Hey everyone, welcome at Dr. Retro's Video Game Finds part 123, and this part is about the retro game convention in Apeldoorn. But before we get to the stuff that I picked up in Apeldoorn, there's some stuff that I traded just before that, and I'm not gonna bullshit you, this is my best find of this week. I'm not sure what I'm gonna pick up in Apeldoorn, but yeah, this is the Batman Arkham Origins press kit. Only 1,000 made, it's awesome. I'm not going to show you the contents because that will spoil my weekly finds video, no, my unboxing video, but I'm super happy with this. Do I need to explain why? I love Batman, love press kits, love PlayStation, love press kits, and I love press kits. So this is a press kit. Some more games that came from that trade. This is a complete in-box Captain Novolin for the Super Nintendo, and this is an American Super Nintendo game, an action-adventure game about diabetes. Well, as a collector and as a soon-to-be doctor, this has to be in my collection. Not sure if it's a good game, but it does look fun. Then for the PlayStation 1, Herc's Adventure, quite a rare game. This is the Dutch version, and I have a German version in my collection, so I'm gonna upgrade that with the Dutch version. Then my third 32X game in my collection, Star Wars Arcade. Prince of Persia for the Sega CD, Sega Mega CD, and my copy was missing the manual, so that's an upgrade as well. Then for the Mega Drive, same story, Truxton, mine was missing the manual. For the Sega Saturn, there's Bug 2, this one I didn't have, and same goes for Area 51. These were two of the last few Saturn games I was still looking for. And then there's one big box PC game, Afterlife by LucasArts. This is an Amiga game, the Fantasy Adventure Elvira. And I kinda can't think why people bought this back in the day. It's from a TV show as well. Metroid Prime Echoes, so Metroid Prime Part 2 for the GameCube. Mario Kart Double Dash GameCube. Geist for the GameCube. Medal of Honor Frontline. Super Mario Sunshine. And then for the Sega Mega Drive, Streets of Rage Part 3, which is the rarest Streets of Rage. A good friend of mine is moving house, and when he was cleaning up his attic he found some games, so who else to go to with those games than me, right? It's original Model DS. I already had the box for this one, because he gave me the box when he got it, because he doesn't care about the box. An R4 that he used with it, and some original games. First a Mario Iron-On emblem, or yeah, I think it's an Iron-On, or you have to stitch it on. Then Metroid Prime Hunters, Mario Kart DS, Super Mario 64 DS, and New Super Mario Brothers. And for the Game Boy Advance, Rayman Advance, Super Mario Kart Super Circuit, Golden Sun 1 and Golden Sun 2 The Lost Age. The last item before we get to the convention stuff is this. Jill of the Jungle, Jill Saves the Prince for the PC, big box, sealed. As you know, I don't really care about sealed, but if something is sealed I'm not gonna break the seal. And this is a PC platformer that I played a lot as a kid. It's really old and also really ugly. I'm sure many of you have played this if you're old enough, and I just wanted to have this for my collection. I think there are multiple versions of Jill of the Jungle, because this talks about the last battle, etc. So there should be a battle before that, but not sure yet. I haven't been looking for Jill of the Jungle really a lot, so when this came on my path I just got it as a nice start for the Jill of the Jungle set. So, it's time to show the stuff that I picked up at the convention in Apeldoorn. This is probably the oldest thing I picked up, actually, even though I'm not 100% sure, because I picked up some... No, I probably picked up some older stuff, which I'll show you after this. This is the Videopack G7400 or 7400. The good thing about this Videopack is that it has an on-off button, and it's a Videopack Plus, so it has a little bit more memory, a little bit more power, which allows certain games to have a colored background, I believe. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a video pack collector, not that much into it. but the button is a big thing because the first model of the video pack, the 7000, doesn't have an on-off button. Next up is a Commodore in box, a Commodore 16. Let me get that out for you. Here we have it, and the thing is with this console, I'm not sure how it works. I've never had a Commodore, and the times I played as a Commodore I was like probably seven years old, so I don't remember. If I hook it up to my TV I get a black screen and nothing happens. So maybe it's not working, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it's a Commodore and the box is still quite okay. Let's get to some more other really old stuff before we get to the console games. This first thing is a Computer Force Calculator Assault Tank. Yeah, think about that. It's a calculator and an assault tank. And you have a figurine called Deco-Dar. Yeah, it basically is what it says. It's a tank with a figurine and a calculator. I'm not really sure what the marketing idea behind this was, but yeah, maybe calculators were hip back in the day, back in the early 80s probably, or 70s. No, it's actually late 80s. It's 89. So I'm really not sure. I picked this up for a couple euros just because it looked that cool. Then the Video Sports TV game model Skylark 124 or 124. This is one of those Pong consoles, and this is also a quite old one. I think it's in black and white, so that shows you how old it is. And same goes for this one. It's the Philips Telespel tele game, and it actually has cartridges. Let me show you. There you have it, and as you can see there's two cartridges there. Trainingswand, which means as much as training wall, and feather ball, which is probably badminton. And yeah, it's pretty strange because the playing, you just go up and down, so it's just a Pong version. Has a scoreboard on the console itself, even though it's a bit stuck, but there you go, you can score your points, and it's nice and colorful. And the front just shows you how old it is. Check out that TV, awesome. Some more Philips stuff for the video pack. Popeye, these are all the Parker games in the cardboard boxes instead of those ugly plastic boxes. Frogger, and 2 copies of Super Cobra. And then we have the CDI gamepad, which is the only gamepad on the CDI, and that means a lot because there's like 5 or 6 different ones that actually is playable, because those other ones, the pointer and the roller ball, etc., those are horrible. Some PC games, at least that's what I thought it was, because the seller had a big stand full of PC big boxes, and I picked this one because it's a really old adventure game that I didn't have in my collection. Was at a good price, and I assumed it was for the PC, but later on I noticed Atari ST. So that's a bit of a letdown because Atari ST is not something I collect, and it's also a console that's pretty worthless most of the times, the games at least. It is 100% complete in great condition, so that's a good thing. And then we have this one, Starflight, which is like a LP box. I've never seen these kind of boxes before with PC games. It's like it's a bit too small for a 45 record, but a bit too big for a 45 record, but a bit too small for the slower ones. And something strange here, it shows that you need 2 blank discs. Not sure why you need these 2 blank discs for the game, but it does. You do. Then Star Trek Generations sealed, Star Trek Hidden Evil sealed, Star Trek 25th Anniversary, and Star Trek Judgment Rights. These were all trade-ins. The Sega games. By the way, I'm not showing the games yet that I picked up from my own collection. And yeah, some awesome stuff in there. Lotus, Record of Lotus War for the Sega Dreamcast, Toe Jam and Earl Mega Drive, Michael Jackson Moonwalker for the Master System, Sonic and Knuckles for the Mega Drive, with of course a horrible inlay, which is, if you have this game without the good inlay, it's probably worth 20-30 euros max. And if you have it with a good inlay, it can go to up to 100 even, because that inlay is so hard to find in a good condition. Then for the 32X, Doom, for the Mega Drive, Bloodshot, and for the Master System, Strider Part 2. For the SNES, we have Super Mario All-Stars, Prince of Persia Part 2 complete in box, and Flashback, missing the manual, Donald Duck and Maui Mallard, The Blues Brothers, and First Samurai. Some assorted Nintendo games, Nintendo 64, one SNES game, Pokemon's Game Boy games and NES, Zelda Ocarina of Time and 64, Gasp, F-Zero X, another Zelda, and Perfect Dark, 2 copies of Pokemon Blue, Super Ghosts and Ghouls, Ghouls and Ghosts, Burai Fighter, Addams Family, Asterix, and this is, how many in one? 370 in one with a Famicom converter. Some more assorted stuff, probably one of the best tactical RPGs ever, or just the best, but this is the Game Boy Advance version. I've played the PSP version. Actually, it has some damage on the top, which is sad, but for the rest it's in good condition. Then Pokemon Fire Red for the Game Boy Advance, Triple Action for the Intellivision, Killzone Collector's Edition for the PlayStation 2, but it has a promo disc instead of the normal game disc, so it's a promo version. And then we have the Getaway Commemorative disc, which is released to celebrate, let's see how many million, it should be somewhere here with very small letters. I can't find it. Limited edition of 1,000 copies, as you can see there, and this is number 612. Here it is. It's to commemorate the 100th millionth disc being printed. So it's a rare commemorative disc, and I always pick these up when I find them because these are hard to find. This is something very special. It's a set of Infocom Invisiclues hint books with marker, and these are all still sealed. And there's some really old cool RPGs in here, so I'm not sure what these are worth, but I bet they're worth a pretty penny. Cutthroats, Planetfall, Suspended, Infidel, and the last two, Enchanter and Zork Part 1. And as you can see, these are all still sealed. The condition is, yeah, what do you expect from things from the 80s in these kind of packages, but the condition is still really good, and they haven't been opened, so no slices on the top, etc. Really new. The last two items that are not ending up in my collection are 2 complete in box European, which is an important thing because the European version is by far the rarest, Sega 32X. Boxes are in quite good shape, really not bad, definitely collectible size shape. So 2 complete ones. It took me a long time to find one complete for my collection, and all of a sudden you just find 2 more. The first few games that are ending up in my personal collection: The Adventures of Mighty Max for the Super Nintendo, Turtle Bridge Game & Watch. I already have this, but I believe this is an upgrade for me box wise, and that says a lot because this box is definitely not in superb shape. Same goes for Boxing, which is complete in box, has some damage to the sides. Here's one small tab missing, big dent here. But with Game & Watches you can't really be too picky if you don't want to spend millions. Bubba and Sticks for the Mega Drive, and a really rare PlayStation 2 game that I've been looking for a long time. Big Ideas VeggieTales Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. Try finding that. It's a sleeper. It's, yeah, I'd say top 10 rare game. When I'm having a hard time picking what item to show last in my video, I know it's a good week. These are 3 PC big boxes, Zool, Ninja of the Nth Dimension, and I believe a subscriber said in an earlier video, the Nth Dimension, ant with an A, he's an ant. I never got that joke, so thanks for explaining that to me. It really went over my head. Then Night Shift looks to be some sort of a Incredible Machine type game, but could also be just a production type game. And Keef the Thief, A Boy and His Lockpick, which is still sealed. And I recently read something about this game, that it's made by someone who is now making very big and popular games, but I don't remember. Could be the guys from Jack and Dexter from Naughty Dog, but don't pin me on it because I'm not 100% sure. A non-retro item that I had been looking for to get at a decent price, because these have been going for about 150 I believe, and that was just too much for me. I got it for 75, which is, I believe, a good price. Haven't looked it up yet. And this is the Ultimate Songbird edition of BioShock Infinite. A friend of mine is really crazy about BioShock Infinite and tells me I really should play it. And if I want these type of games, I just want the most deluxe version. If you've watched my videos, you know me. I always want the more expensive and the more elaborate edition. This one comes with a 9.75 inch Songbird statue, limited edition art book, handyman figure, Devil's Kiss lithograph, Murder of Crows keychain, digital soundtrack, upgrade pack, and some themes. And I will do an unboxing video of this one because the items are really nice. It's probably a bit late since the game has been out for a long time, but hell, I just want to show you guys what's inside. If you've been paying attention to my videos, you've noticed that I've been crossing off rare Sega games lately, and the reason for that is that I felt that my Sega collection wasn't good enough, I'm missing a lot of rare titles, and I want rare titles. I'm a collector, I'm also a gamer, but at the moment I only have time for the collecting. The gaming is a bit difficult with all the Dr. Retro stuff and the actual Doctor stuff, etc. So at the convention, a good friend of mine, collector, who has let's just say that my collection is dwarfed by his collection. And if you've seen my collection, you can only imagine what he has. He has the craziest stuff that even I never heard of. Too bad he doesn't allow cameras in his room, because if I could film there, I could make a documentary, 10 hours, only rare stuff you'd never seen before. So from him I got Flink for the Mega Drive, a platforming shoot 'em up, run and gun game that I'd been looking for. And from someone else I got the Lethal Enforcer set for the Mega CD. Mega CD is like a guilty pleasure of mine. I don't know why, but I really like collecting for the Mega CD. It has some decent games. The console for its time was good, but if you look back, it's not that good. But there's something to it. It has a certain charm that I really love as a collector. And this is the Lethal Enforcer set. Comes with the blue gun, the pink gun, pink, yeah, the pink gun, which is the 2-player gun, is really rare. And it comes with the game and the manual, of course. Nothing else, nothing special there. So 2 items left, and I'm really not sure which one to show first. But as I'm a retro collector mainly, I'm first going to show the non-retro item, which is this is for the player's PlayStation 4 press kit. This one actually belonged in the set that I showed you last week, but at the time I went to pick it up, he forgot to bring it, and he sent it to me later. So that's why I got it this week. Gonna make a separate video to show you guys what's inside, because there's a lot inside. This is quite an elaborate press kit. Comes with 5 games, and that's the most I can think of in any press kit. Last item. I've just been telling you how much I like the Sega's Mega CD as a collector, but there's also some games on there that are exclusive for that system, at least for me, because I don't collect Japanese, I don't collect MSX, etc. And it's definitely games that I want in my collection, and I even want to play, because the creator of this game also made one of my favorite series of all times, and I really want to give it a try. So if you put 2 and 2 together, you probably know what I'm hinting at, and if you didn't know, now you can see. It's a Mega CD copy of Snatcher, made by Hideo Kojima, which is the father of the Metal Gear series. Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, 4 are some of my favorite games. Not 3, by the way, I hated 3. I'm one of those guys that likes 2. But Snatcher is an earlier game from him, and it's a cyberpunk RPG, adventure type, a lot of text, a lot of cutscenes like in the Metal Gear Solid games, and I really want to give this one a try. I also want to have Police Knots, but there's no European or English release of that, so that's not going to happen, unfortunately. So that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed watching this, but I'm sure you did, because there were some great games in here. Like me on facebook.com/drretromd to stay up to date on everything, and also see pictures of the things I pick up during the week. And follow me on YouTube if you want to stay up to date on everything, and hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.